Paresh Dattani, the Chairman and Managing Director of Sanathan Textiles, is joining us on the show. Mr. Dattani, hi, good morning. And, good news, positive news coming in for your company. You have doubled your technical textile yarn capacity at your Silvassa unit. And with this technical textile yarn capacity has doubled to now 18,000 MTPA. Can you put some light on by when this is going to become operational? If it is already operational, what kind of revenue potential are you seeing from this newer facility?
Good morning, ma'am, and thank you for having me on the show.
Morning.
We have already got into commercial production since yesterday. And this doubling of the capacity for this year, now that we are already in the end of August, will give us about 100 to 110 crore top line, additional top line. And going forward next year, when the full 12-month operation is there, we'll get about 150 crore top line on that.
Got that, Mr. Dattani. Hi, Meryl here, also joining in. Can you tell us, now with the current expansion now being operational, can you give us a sense of what is the next major capacity expansion that you have planned across the 3 yarn verticals for the coming year and forward?
Yes, ma'am. We've already completed this as we had planned by the end of July, 15 days here and there. And now we are on to our second phase at our Punjab unit, where we'll be going up from 700 metric tons per day to 900 metric tons per day. And this we aim to finish first quarter FY28.
Okay, understood, and thanks for sharing that timeline with us. Mr. Dattani, for this new capacity, the one that we were just talking about, I'm just trying to understand how the capex was funded for this. Was it via internal accruals? If so, what does the cash balance on the books look like right now?
This was done mainly by internal accruals. And as far as the debt is concerned, we have a net debt today of about 1,300 crores as we stand today.
Okay, and can you share what is your outlook in terms of net debt for the rest of the year FY27? And also, what sort of top line growth are you looking at? If you can give us some color on that as well.
Yes, ma'am. As I said, we are going on for the second phase at Punjab, which is going to cost us close to about 180 to 200 crores. Post that, by the end of calendar year 27, we will also be into production for our cotton unit at MP. Both these put together, we will be investing about 550 to 600 crores. And this will all be done by internal accruals. And we are not adding any debt to the current debt, which is there. In fact, every year we will be letting off about, at least for the next 2 years, about 100 crore of debt and then a little more than that.
Okay, so that's your debt reduction plan. Good to hear that. Mr. Dattani, we've just got a latest update on the India-EU FTA and the kind of benefits that India is seeing to gain from that. Talk to us about how the company is trying to capitalize, or what are the plans, and what is your export market in EU and within EU, beyond EU also rather looking like?
See, this EU FTA is really going to be beneficial to us and the entire chain for that matter. Because as we have earlier said, that our direct exports are ranging between 4 to 16%, depending on better netbacks in whichever segment. Having said that, this will really give us, but our indirect exports, where our customers are buying from us and exporting the material, there'll be a huge fill up there. Because today it's all at about 12% duty in the EU, which will come down to 0. So that will be a big, big boost. So we aim to increase our exports back to about 15%, 16%. levels.
Okay, aiming to increase exports by 15 to 16%. Yes, but Mr. Dattani, can you give us a sense of what segments especially do you see having the most headroom for growth in terms of exports? And also, what kind of margin profile will that then give you for the rest of the year as well?
We expect that out of the 3 verticals that we are in, we should have the maximum exports from the filament yarn segment. Even in the technical yarns, we are aiming to do of the new capacity about 15% of the new capacity for exports. As far as the cotton yarn is concerned, we aim to focus more on our domestic sales, which we have a very niche market and we are doing well there. So we continue with that.
Mr. Dattani, since you've spoken about cotton, my next question to you was on that. The company is planning a capex of 400 crore rupees for a new cotton plant in Madhya Pradesh. I'm assuming all of this will also be funded via internal accruals. What kind of revenue are you going to be expecting from this? More importantly, what would the commissioning timeline be here?
Yes, we are investing about 400 crores for that unit, and everything will be by internal accruals. As I mentioned, we are not adding any debt. Over the next 2 years, we will be reducing debt. As far as the top line is concerned, with the cotton unit, we will get an additional top line of about 450 to 460 crores.
And in terms of the timeline, sir, can you help me by when are you looking at commissioning this new cotton plant?
First quarter FY28 calendar.
Understood. Understood. Thank you so much for that timeline. And Mr. Dattani, good to be speaking with you. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Thank you so much. On that note, viewers, we're complete.